Alright, one thing nice about this boat is the fuel tanks are on one end, the water tanks are on the other. We met some people the other day that put water in their fuel and fuel in their water.
Actually, the dock attendants did that.
The dock attendant did it?
Yeah.
Oh my god, what a mess.
Brand new boat.
Brand new, yep.
Taking it from France to Chesapeake, I think. Or
yeah, to Virginia.
To Virginia.
Yeah. Anyway, so it's hard to make that mistake. So now what we're going to try to do is get some fuel in the generator. And I got to take down this corner of our curtain first. And that. And then dig a jerry can off the front and bring it back here and put water only. Hopefully no seawater goes in the fuel. That's the only trick. But
what are you doing?
I'm getting fuel for the generator.
Ah.
You know what?
Okay. I don't see a fuel dock anywhere. Let's see what Steve's got in mind here.
I got my special tool. And now I got the hose. Put these back here.
Okay.
Gotta go get a fuel tank.
Okay, Steve is carefully walking around. He's got fuel jugs. I don't know how he's going to carry that across. Okay, the yellow is the fuel jug. The blue is the fuel jug cover. Because he likes to keep the sun off of the turret. Okay. It's 20 knots of wind. He is walking. Yeah, just throw it in.
I always try it. Well, no, now it's slippery, so you have to slide right off the deck without the bag on.
Oh.
So I'm going to put it back in the bag.
You want me to come help you?
I'll get it. Always take from the oldest fuel first.
We've had this fuel since
Port Genesta when we first arrived after that storm.
that would be August, about the 8th, I think.
Yeah.
8, 18, something like that.
Alright.
Okay, so he's putting it back in the bag. And now...
I'm even going to throw an anti-slip on it.
Okay, good idea. We have these anti-slip cloths all over the place. I have a blue one there. So... he's got a system worked out. Now he'll sit there. Took that little tool, and he's going to open up the tool, the fuel.
Okay, I need a rag.
Okay.
So you can stop every. Are you recording?
I am.
Keep everything over where it won't get thrown out.
So he hangs on. He's inspecting it right now.
I try to look for any algae that might be growing in old fuel. I have some chemical I can put in.
Now he's got the siphon hose.
Yeah, these are just a cheap AutoZone siphon hose, man, it's the best deal ever.
There's one in fuel tank entrance is right on that first step. What do you need?
Use that deal there to hold the hose in place. And then I put this. Here, I'll hold. Let's see. This way? Okay, here we go. I put that around here just to prevent hopefully any salt water. Some of the waves are kind of big. Well, that's pretty good size there. Alright, anyway, so we are putting some fuel in the generator, but that's why I always take the oldest fuel tank and get that fuel first. Try to keep the fresh stuff. There's a splasher coming. Oh yeah, that was a splasher. Alright, that's it for now. We're having fun, huh?
Oh, we're having
a day in the life.
Project after project.
Welcome back to Captain Katya's show. So, day 6 of your Atlantic crossing, what do you think?
It's fine. It's quite big waves, but wind is calming down a bit. It was almost 30 knots wind. So I'm not surprised that we have quite big waves.
And there might be a little bit of wind noise on this video, but yeah, we get some big waves in here from time.
Oh yeah, especially when it came behind us, catch up with us.
it caught up with us. We had a boarding wave come right through here. This might be too windy there. But the breeze feels good.
It does.
It's warm.
And sunny. Sun feels good, yes, I would say.
Sun feels great.
Sun.
Got a full moon.
Yeah.
Oh.
You were gonna fall.
She said it would fall. Oh my gosh. Let's see. Alright, there we go. I can cut that part out where it fell. So, we were discussing weather planning. You have a friend that is, where's he at?
I think he was in San Martin when we were in Cape Verde, and he was living towards Europe at this time of year.
So from St. Martin in the Caribbean going to Europe.
Even he calls this a suicide.
Yeah, he said it was a suicide mission.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I totally agree with that, and I don't really understand why on the earth somebody would do that.
Well, I mean, the problem is that once you leave the protection of the southern part of the Azore High in the winter, north of here is just nothing but one storm after another. Winter storms coming across the Midwest of the United States and heading out into, the ocean. So when we were in Europe, we were getting those all the time.
All the time.
I'm going to zip this up a little.
Do I need to close it?
Yeah, that's okay. And yeah, that's better. And yeah, we were getting those storms all the time, and
we were waiting for them to pass.
yeah, we didn't sail in them.
No, that's not clever, I consider, to be honest.
What were you saying about the way a clever captain plans to try to avoid?
Try to avoid all the problems that you can see. If you can see that it's storm, it's red, you don't go there, you wait until it passes. But if you're already on the way and there is a storm, then you deal with that. But you don't go if you see that it's gonna happen, and especially now, like everybody knows, I guess, that it's not the time to cross Atlantic Ocean from west to east, from Caribbean to Europe. It's one storm after another storm, so it's really bad time. It's not even a time. It's very dangerous, not only for boats that they can sink, but for everybody who is on board that can get easily injured.
We were talking about that with the monohulls. They go back and forth, and you can literally be thrown.
Oh, easily,
you know.
Easily.
So in the arc, going on this trip, going from Cape Verde to Barbados, I think we heard 4 to 6 people, at least 4 people got badly hurt. In
I know that two boats were in Cape Verde doing repairs, but I don't know how many people were injured, but I heard that quite a lot of people.
Yeah, well,
because it's also not a good time into the Atlantic crossing what time our arc is doing.
Well, they leave the Canaries November 20th.
Yes,
In
in order to reach Caribbean by Christmas.
Yeah.
But that's a bad time. The best time is when we left, actually.
Yeah, I think it's, you know, we've tried to wait for good weather, and even so, we have strong 20 to 30 knots of wind, and
30, like up to 30.
Up to 30, right? Yeah. And we've only had one break, and all the years I've had this boat, I've never had a wave break over the back until today. So that was the first, you know.
It's always the first time.
Always the first time. So yeah. But yeah, this boat, if you're out in these waves, it's bumpy and it jerks you around, but it doesn't pick you up and throw you.
But to be honest, every boat is bumpy in such waves.
Yeah, no, it's true.
It's not a surprise.
Yeah, but no. Anyway, Gail calls them a monohull instead of a catamaran. So anyway, I don't know. Any other thoughts or comments on?
Just very anxious to get to the land, to Caribbean, to the warm water, and seeing all these beautiful islands.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
That would be fun.
Yeah. We have a great book on board, all covering all the topics on all the different islands of the Caribbean. So we're sharing that book to pick out our favorite places to go. And
I personally want to go everywhere, but it's not possible.
Well, you'll get your own boat, so you can go wherever you want. You bet. Yeah. Anyway. All right. Well, that's about it with Captain Katya, and we are how far are we? We're about 500 miles or 6.
Around 600 miles away from Cape Verde.
600 miles away from Cape Verde, and 1,300 miles to go to Barbados. We're averaging around between 5 and 6 knots of speed. We've got the boat slowed down, jib only, to give us a comfortable ride. We're not in a race. We see a lot of people out here doing 7 and 8 knots and 9 knots. You know, those speeds just tell me they don't care about the ride quality. They just want to get there as fast as possible, and I'm not in that big of a hurry.
No, neither do I.
Yeah. So, nice to take our time. All right, that's it for now. Bye-bye.
It is sunset officially.